Okay, so in this process, we want to add fractions with unlike denominators. And if you remember, unlike means not the same. So we have to get the bottoms to be the same. So we can't just add willy-nilly, we have to make the bottoms the same, okay? So that's our first step. So our first step is make the bottoms the same. Okay, so how do we do that? It's kind of like finding equivalent fractions. So remember, way 1 is like this, and way 2 is crisscross. Okay, so for example, if I have 1/4 plus let me think. 1/4 plus 2, 6. I can say to myself, what do 4 and 6 have in common that I can get to as a multiple? That means answer. Well, I know that I can get 4 and 6 to 12. So whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. But I don't have to do the same thing to both fractions, as in I don't have to multiply by the same number to both fractions. So how am I going to get 4 to 12? I'm going to multiply by 3. How am I going to get 2 to 12? I'm going to multiply by, 6 to 12, I'm going to multiply by 2. So 1 times 3 is 3, 4 times 3 is 12, and then 2 times 2 is 4, and 6 times 2 is 12. And then I add 7 over 12. Way 2, I'm going to crisscross it, so 1 over 4 plus 2 over 6. And remember, when I do this, it makes a big, giant multiplying sign, and then I go across to find my denominator. So I multiply 1 times 6, I multiply up to get this new numerator. I multiply 4 times 2, which is 8, to get that, the new numerator, and then I multiply across to get my new denominator. So 4 times 6 is 24. And then I add 14 over 24. And you might say, well, I got 7 over 12 here, but 14 over 24 here. Well, 14 over 24 can be simplified, and they both have 2 in common. So if I divide them both by 2, I'm going to get 7 over 12, which is the same exact answer. Okay, sometimes when you're trying to find out what they have in common, it's just usually the number that I can multiply by together, but I can do it the same way. So 2 over 4 plus 1 over 5, well, they both have, the only answer I can figure out is they have 20 in common. So I can do 4 times, this side times 5, that's the way 1, and this side times not 5, but 4, by 4. So that would be 10 over 20 plus 4 over 20 would equal 14 over 20. Or I would do crisscross, so 2 over 4 plus 1 over 5, crisscross. Again, 5 times 2 is 10, 4 times 1 is 4, and then I multiply across to get my denominator, which equals 10 plus 4, which equals 14 over 20.